Hello everyone, I'm Carius, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Breakout, which is a conversion kit for the Knockout rival pistol that is pretty easy to find in thrift stores right now, actually. Last Goodwill I went to had 3 of these, and I picked them up. Here's one of them. Here's another one. So the Breakout is a conversion to fire silly shells. It makes it a break-action, shell-ejecting, silly shell pistol with a pretty energetic ejection. And it just feels really smooth to load and unload. The break action's really well designed, and it just feels good to use. So it's quickly becoming my favorite of my silly shell pistols. It was designed by Crispy Corndog on Printables. He took 2 other silly shell conversions and combined them, basically. There was the Silly Pilot, which is a break action shell ejecting pilot that uses the same kind of front end as this, and that was designed by Dom's 3D print shop. And then there's the Shockout, which is another knockout conversion that uses a wild style kind of collet for silly shells in the front. And Crispy Corndog took both those blasters and mushed them together to make what is quickly becoming my favorite silly shell pistol because of how just simple and smooth it is to operate and how much power the Knockout has. It's actually very comparable to a Goblin in terms of power and what shells it'll fire, while having a much smoother prime and ejection than the Goblin. And loading it's really easy. At first I thought it was kind of annoying because you'd have to push the shell down to catch the ejector first and then close it. But really, you just drop the shell in and force it closed, and it really smoothly pushes the ejector forward and locks the breech together in one smooth motion, so it's real easy to load. You can see I added some ammo holders to the side of it, so I have 2 extra shells just on hand while I'm using this. So it's just a really fun little pistol. I like it a lot. As far as critiques, I'm not a huge fan of the exposed ends on all the elastic. You've got the ejector tab here, these elastic, you got the actual break action piece up here, and you've got in the front, when there's actually a shell in it, you've got these 2 from the ejector. And it just looks kind of ugly. I think you could easily design this in a way that it hides these knots from the elastic, just like adding more of a recess in certain areas, thicken this part a little bit so that you can kind of hide these ones. And on the front, you could even have an extra muzzle piece that attaches here and hides these 2 knots while also giving you the option to have an orange muzzle piece. Because right now you can have the ejector, but other than that, your only option for an orange muzzle is printing in multicolored, like stop the print and print orange for the last centimeter or so of this, or printing this entire piece in orange, which is just would kind of look kind of silly. So aesthetically, it could use some work, but functionally, I really like it. So let's shoot it some and show you how well it works. Also, I have more shells and more shells, and those are just the new nice ones, the alternate 3X shells that Zach designed. Zafc, Z-A-F-C, and these work great and everything. Alright, I went ahead and loaded 3 shells of 6 standard worker darts, half darts, and we're going to see the FPS of this compared to some other silly shell blasters that we've chronoed in the past. 63 for a stock knockout. That's incredible. That's something I forgot to mention. This is using the stock spring. If you were to put a K26 in here, you might get similar power to like a breacher, which is hitting 80 with these same shells. $67, it's even better. Duplicate 67, so high 60s. It's only behind the breacher by 10 to 15 FPS. Just a small firing demonstration just to show how smooth the operation of this thing is. Shell, close, prime. And it'll do Mega XL too. It's pretty good. The only thing you can't really do is flip close it. You can when it's empty, right? But when you put a shell in it, it won't flip close because the shell's in the way. But if you click it first, the act of trying to flick it closed will most of the time knock the ejector again and eject it on your way to flicking it. So you'll just want to insert shell, force it closed. And you don't necessarily have to like use your hand. You can close it on your arm or your leg real quick. So yeah, the ejection is really smooth, works really well, but it's not one that you can just enter a shell and flip closed like that. And if you catch it, it's real easy to accidentally eject the shell instead of flicking it closed. Like if you're real careful, oh, nope, still. Let's try that again. Nope. Just the act of flinging the barrel upward pushes on this a little bit and will eject the shell before you close it. So, don't try to be too fancy with it. Well, thanks for watching. This is just a short one to show off the Breakout. I've been having a lot of fun with it. It's just a good little silly shell pistol that I was pleasantly surprised by. Super easy to make, super low cost in terms of materials as long as you have a knockout. You just need a few screws and some elastic and one O-ring. This is pretty cool. Real easy to make, real cheap, and a lot of fun. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if there's anything specific you want to see in videos coming up. Still got all kinds of crazy crap around here. I mean, you know, it's a big old mess. Finally feel like I'm in a place where I can continue doing videos and not just like get stuck for a year doing nothing. So that's good. I'll see you in the next video. And until then, this has been Curious, reminding you to have fun. Shells! You don't gotta get up on my account. Alright? Oh, he'd rather have a lap. You so silly. Oh, she wants attention too. Oh Lord, she coming. Oh, the bed's been abandoned. Now she has the bed. You gave it up. You could try to squeeze in there too. No? Bowl of cat.